Hey guys, this is Monica with the romoplans, and today we're going to set up my October goals in my MakseLife planner. So if you missed my last video, I went through my fourth quarter goals and kind of where I am for the year and what I want to accomplish before the end of the year. And so this is where I break these down even more onto a monthly level and what I want to get done in October to make sure that I'm staying on track to meet my quarterly goals. So we are just going to go ahead and set these up. And I have an Erin Condren dual tip marker. And then I also have just my bin of MakseLife markers. This has the highlighters and the dot markers. And that's really all I use to set up my goals. I don't use any stickers or anything like that. It's really just pen and then the dot markers mostly is what I use. Okay, so then for my personal goals, the main thing that I want to do is just keep focusing on my AM routine and keep being consistent with that. And last month I did 80% and I'm going to do the same thing. So I would like to do my AM routine 80% of the time, at least. So I'm actually starting my goals the day September 29th because Monday and Tuesday are in September and I just like to start on a Monday. So we have 5 weeks. And I only do my AM routine Monday through Friday. So I'm just going to do 5 rows of 5 dots each. And that way it just makes it easier to see how much I did it. And I like doing it this way in the different rows because it makes it like a calendar. So I can really see without having to like count what days they were. If, you know, I'm really good on this side of it, but I don't have as many check marks on this side. I know that I'm really good at the beginning of the week and the end of the week is a little bit more of a struggle for me. So then for fun and recreation, we have a couple of things. So the first one is I want to read 3 physical books total. And so then I'm just going to put 3 dots here so I can check them off as I go through the months. And this can be fiction or nonfiction, but I just want to read 3 of my physical books. And then the next one is I want to document my Chicago trip. And I decided to start with Chicago because that one, even though it was still for a week, there's, I feel like it would be easier to document than my cruise. So I kind of want to start with this one first. So those are my fun and recreation goals. And then this month, in this quarter, we actually have work and learning goals. So for this one, I'm keeping it very simple with what I'm putting here, even though there's like different steps in the breakdown of this. But for this one, I want to start job applications. So at the beginning of September, I actually left my corporate job and I took a few weeks, the rest of September, and just kind of decompressed, honestly. And didn't really, like, finding another job was not my focus. So now that we're getting into October, that's going to be a big focus of mine, is to start the job application process. And then for family and relationships, I have 2 things here. And this is just like for consistency. So the first one is to do a date night with my husband. And then the second one is to do a Zoom call with and we call it Planner Bestie Chat, just because it's people that I've met in the planner community, and we actually have a book club that we do. And so we meet usually the last week of the month to kind of talk about the book, and we do catching up, but we talk all throughout the month. But this is just to make sure that we keep it on our radar to actually have the Zoom call to get that kind of face-to-face interaction. So then for my health and wellness, my quarterly goal is movement. So the first part of that is my weekly steps goal. And I don't put a number here because it changes. It can change week to week. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 5 dots. So then I can mark off, I can check off when I actually accomplish that, the goal that I set at the beginning of the week. The next one is I want to work out 3 times a week. And so since there are 5 weeks, I'm just going to do 5 rows of 3 dots. And these are the only habits that I'm going to track this month and probably this quarter, just because my big goal is movement and I really want to focus on that. So while I will still be drinking my water and I will still be meal prepping, I'm not putting that down as tracking it, just because these are the ones that I really want to focus on. So, I'm going to see how that goes in October. If I find that I do need to put these down, then I can always put them down for November. But for right now, we're just going to leave it with these 2. And then for spiritual and personal growth, so I have daily journaling and daily reading. So we'll do the daily journaling first. And for both of these, I'm actually only going to track it Monday through Friday. If I do it on the weekends, that's great. But this is just something I just want to track Monday through Friday. And I will usually do this in my morning routine. So it's kind of double dipping, but I'm okay with that. And this daily reading is like nonfiction. Like I have a daily reader that I use. If I don't do the daily reader that day, but I read nonfiction, I'm still going to give myself a check mark. Because it's my goals and I make the rules. So, all right. And then my financial goal is super simple. There's only one thing. So we are just going to do the savings deposit. And that's the only thing that I'm really going to track with financial. I'm really good with tracking my expenses on a daily basis, so I don't feel like I need to track that. And then for physical environment, we are going to have 2. So I want to make my declutter list. And then I want to declutter my office. So this is what I'm hoping to accomplish in October, and I think it's really doable. I tried to be realistic with my goals for this last quarter because I want to get stuff done, but I also don't want to put so much on myself that I get burnout with it, and then I put myself in a negative mental headspace where my goals are concerned. Because as I mentioned in my previous video, I did not set goals for June through August. And so I know that there are some yearly goals that I set that I'm not going to do. Like my financial goal, I talked about it in my quarterly goal. My original financial goal was to pay $10,000 extra towards debt. And because of my job situation, we are moving those debt payments into savings payments. They may end up going into debt by the end of it, but right now we just do not feel comfortable putting that money towards debt. We would rather put that money extra into the savings. So if you have had kind of a rough part of it and you are coming back in fourth quarter and you're wanting to kind of finish the year strong, I am totally right there with you. But my main thing is I want to be realistic about what I can accomplish, but I also kind of want to push myself and to achieve my goals. So let me know down below what's a goal that you have for October, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead, hit that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any more of my videos. I hope you have a great day.